Good day everyone. Welcome to my vlog. Today let's talk about the Torretira and Philippine History Source Book. First topic is Act of Declaration of Philippine Independence. As I read the topic, I realized that we should always have the braveness inside of us, the eager to fight for our right that we deserve. We know sometimes that we're having this habit that we let people stamp on our lives because we don't have the eager to fight back because we are afraid. But in this article, I learned that the true happiness comes from our right. With this, we are able to do what we desire to do in life. We can freely set goals for ourselves. We can dream for our future, just like what our brave kababayan did for our country. We fought back because he know what for us Filipino. He know that we deserve to have freedom, and he knows that those people don't deserve to have us. The second topic is 1899's Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. So the 1899's Constitutions of the Philippines opened my mind to new knowledge. This article made me realize that these constitutions stood witness to the catapult of the Filipino nation onto the world's consciousness, carving not only a place among the family of nations but also a distinct position as the first republic in Asia. At the best thing I learned from this is that that first republic proved that we Filipinos were capable of self-rule and deserve our long for freedom after more than 300 years of colonial bondage, a bondage shaken repeatedly by sporadic revolts whose desperteness prelude ultimate victory. Third topic is about the Treaty of Peace between United States and Kingdom of Spain. As I keep reading the article, I figure out the reason why. It is because Americans and Philippines are great friends, and Americans are only helping us Filipinos to get back what belongs to us. The Americans did successful for helping us. They retrieved every single thing, every single island that has been under by Spain before. We should fight back to what is right. We should not let anybody left on being stamped on the ground. I learned a lot to this article, like on how be a good friend. A good friend, whether you're at his side or not, like whatever might happen, he is always there for you. Fourth topic is about Jose Rizal retractions. For me, no matter what the truth is about Rizal retractions controversy, I believe more that the teaching of Rizal have great relevance to the Filipino people, especially to me as a youth, to dedicate our lives to the ideal of freedom and nationalism, for which our heroes live and death. It is more important to pay tribute to him for devoting his life and work to shaping the Filipino character and to gain an inspiring source of patriotism through his writing. So, fifth topic is about the convention between the United States of America and Great Britain. So, convention between the United States of America and Great Britain has great importance in defining our territories by creating boundaries. Through this, the conflict between different countries will be prevented and peace between them will be maintained. So, delimiting boundaries help people to develop positive and productive relationships. This topic has great significance for me as it defines how important setting boundaries is. To know your limitation and your territory. on the Article 3 of Convention between the United States of America and Great Britain state that all island to the north and east of the said line and all island and rock traversed by the said line shall belong to the Philippine Archipelago, and all island to the north and west of the said line shall belong to the state of North Borneo. So let's move to the topic 6. Account of Private William Grayson. So according to Grayson's recollection of the encounter, it was him who fired the first shot which killed 2 people soldier, triggered the Filipino and led to war. And the first shot was not actually fired on the San Juan Bridge but actually happened on Shogo Street in Santa Mesa. In this document, I have come to the realization that the Philippine-American War is important not just to us as a Filipino, but to the rest of the world, because it marked the moment the United States assumes its current role as the world superpower. So let's move the topic 7 about President William McKinley's prayer. According to William McKinley, that it was God's will that the United States should annex the Philippine island after praying hard, supported the idea that occupying the Philippine island had a blessing from God and should be seen from the vantage point of the Christian zeal of missionary work by way of spreading the good news to the native of the archipelago. This divine revelation would eventually shape the annexations of the Philippine island to implement America's imperialist aspirations. So let's move the topic 8 titled Commonwealth Act number 34. So women's suffrage was a long and very difficult battle for women. There were several challenging factors for women and society as a whole. When the right were finally granted, many more opportunities opened and changed. By gaining different perspective from participating in our role, I hope we can understand the significance of women's rights, not only for women but for everybody. Let's empower all women. I believe that there is no gender when it comes to different aspects. What men can do, women can do too. So this Commonwealth Act number 34, it granted women in the Philippines the right to vote and be voted for, making the countries of the first in Asia to enfranchise women. So the 9th topic is about the message of Douglas MacArthur to the Filipino people. So it was a message of hope and reassurance to the Filipino people who had just emerged from the ravage of war and promotion of democracy and freedom. So the promise of General MacArthur became a beacon of light and inspiration of our beleaguered Filipino soldier. And that is the most significant lesson I have learned from this. That keeping promises is an expression of integrity and build trust. This is one of the most potent principles to apply in successful startup building as well as successful life building. So the last topic is Japanese period. So the government recognition of Moro contribution in the fight against the Japanese led to increase Moro participation in government. So the Moro people contribute to the fight against the Japanese during World War II, played a significant role in their increased participation in government affairs. So the government's recognition of their bravery and sacrifice led to establish of Lanao del Sur, the representation in Congress, the creation of ERMM. So the Moro participation in government continued to increase today, as the government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front or MILF work toward the creation of Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao or BERMM.